In your 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond, you deserve to live your best life. Say goodbye to preconceived notions and let's shatter those stereotypes together. Get ready to own your vitality because age, well, that's just a number.
Hey everybody, it's BJ.
And Ruth.
And we're back talking all things health and fitness. Hey, real quick, give us a like and a subscribe and let's go. Today, Ruth, we're talking about the anabolic window.
Yes.
So there is, let's talk about what it's supposed to be or what it is. Because there is something called an anabolic window, which is, it was believed that the 60 to 90 minutes immediately following a workout were vitally important for our bodies to get protein so that they could start the rebuilding process from the workout.
Right.
Okay.
From what you've depleted in your workout.
That's right.
Yeah.
So here's a couple of things to understand. Number one, protein does not disappear from our bodies as a result of the workout.
No.
Okay. So first of all, our bodies are going to use glycogen, right?
Which is the fuel.
Right.
Which lives in the muscle fibers.
That's right.
Right.
But the other part of that is, it is not until we absolutely exhaust all of the glycogen that our body will start then to switch over to protein, and by extension, that'll mean, muscle fibers and
the muscle tissue versus the body fat. Body fat always gets burned last.
Right.
Yeah.
The belief is then we have that 60 to 90 minute window. We need to get the protein in there, so that doesn't happen.
Right.
The breakdown of muscle.
Okay.
Okay. So what we know from just basically how the body is affected by exercise is when we work out, when we use our muscles, and this is really important for us to understand as we age, because the importance of getting the protein is you can get away with stuff like we said in your 20s and 30s that you just need to be more aware of in your 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s, right? So okay, the body's use of protein, we call that muscle protein synthesis.
Right.
Okay, so, or MPS. All right. So there was a study that shows it's not just that 60 to 90 minutes. There's, they actually showed that over the next 12 hours, MPS stays optimal.
Right.
Now, here's the thing. There's some things that we still have to do in order to gain and get the best use of that protein for our muscles to recover. But the same study, what they found was they gave protein, 20 grams of whey protein every 3 hours. Mm-hmm. Okay. And what they found is that protein synthesis stayed elevated for 12 hours. So the 12 hours following the workout, and that it actually peaked at the 4-hour mark. Okay. Provided you kept the regular protein intake
You kept
going.
the regular intervals of the protein
intake.
Yep.
So
makes sense.
So what it is you don't need to rush home from the gym or right at the gym and toss back that protein shake. No. This study actually went on to show that might actually not be the best way to take the protein following the workout. So here's the thing that we want to understand. When we talk about our body absorbing the protein, it's got to be in a, let's back up. When we work out at the gym, our body goes into something called a sympathetic state. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what does that mean? That means we're tearing muscle fibers. That means that we are
using our glycogen stores.
Yeah, using the glycogen stores, and the heart rate is going up.
Yep.
Okay, so in that state, the body doesn't do a good job of absorbing protein.
No.
Okay. So what they found is the body needs time to shift into what is a parasympathetic state. In other words, the anabolic window will open once you shift into this other state, which is what? It's the number one thing is it's activated by lower heart rate.
Right.
So nobody's got a low heart. Well, in theory, you shouldn't have a low heart rate when you go to the gym. Okay, we're going to elevate.
We're going to elevate it.
That's the whole point,
thing.
right? So the anabolic window is activated through that lower heart rate, and then once that heart rate is lowered, then the body can thoroughly digest the food. Okay, so here's the thing: carbohydrates have the best, in the research, they were having the best impact or a better impact than protein in lowering the heart rates and bringing people out of that catabolic state and into a parasympathetic state and bringing down the heart rate. So what does that mean? It means that after a workout, you know, it's not that you need to just go and have this protein shake right away, but maybe, first of all, you can take a little bit of time, number one. And number two, you can include some quality carbs.
I was going to say, your glycogen stores have been depleted,
Right.
so put some carbs back in there.
Yeah, and you can include some quality carbs where they actually, and we're not going to talk about it today, but in one study, they found that they actually, by spiking those quality, and it was like a high fructose drink or something like that. So
you
there
want a
was
high glycemic
it was
carb versus a low glycemic
right.
carb
So,
at that point. Yeah.
Yeah. So what they found when they did that is it just it calmed the body down essentially,
Yeah.
and made it more prepared to take in the protein and then pack on the muscle.
Right.
Right. And you know, I think we've said this before that it's really important in our 40s, 50s, and 60s when they say it's harder to add muscle. Let's say it's harder than when you were 20, but it's not impossible. So we want to just take advantage of what we know. We want to take advantage of what the science is telling us, and setting up our body to maintain quality muscle, right? And that protein synthesis is vital. There's no way to maintain quality muscle without that.
Yeah.
Right? So what does that mean? Is the anabolic window a myth? Well, not exactly. How's that? Do you need protein after a workout? Absolutely. But what this
Do you
study...
have 10 to 20 minutes to get it in?
Yeah.
No.
Right? And what the study shows us is you actually have a 12-hour window where as long as you're putting in regular protein intake, right? And they did the study with 20 grams of whey every 3 hours.
Yeah.
As long as you're putting in that regular intake, your body's going to respond, provided that obviously you're not throwing a whole bunch of other junk with it, right?
Right.
I think we talk about this a lot. This is all about being part of a better, bigger plan of what we do, right?
And it starts with an understanding. It starts with the knowledge of how to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the long and the short of it. Is it a myth? Not really. Is it 60 to 90 minutes? No.
Right.
So you know what? Take that and apply that. You can use that to help you recover better from workouts, to put on more muscle. And like I said, give us a like and a share. See ya.
See ya.